Alright, in the previous video we have seen how can we reverse traversal through a double linked list. Now in this video we are going to look at how can we search for a given value in double linked list. Now the steps for searching a value inside double linked list is same as with the single linked list. So here all we have to do, we have to visit all nodes of double linked list and check that if this is the value that we are looking for or not. Now let's say we have a double linked list like this and we want to search for value of 4. So the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to go to the first node and check that if this is the value that we are looking for or not. Now in this case, in the first node we have value of 1, but we are looking for value of 4. So then we are going to continue to the next node. Now in the next node, the value of next node is 2. So we are going to check that if 2 is equal to 4 or not. So we see that it's not equal to 4. So this means that we are going to continue to the next node. So we will traverse to the next node. So in the next node, we have the value of 3. One more time, we are going to compare if this is the node that we are looking for or not. Now you see that this is not the node that we are looking for. We are looking for 4. So we are going to continue to the next node. Now in the next node, we see that the node value is 4. So this is the value that we are looking for. So in this case, we are going to print out to the console saying that the value is found at this location over here. Now this is how searching looks like in case of double linked list. Now let's see how the algorithm of this searching looks like. Now here our algorithm starts by taking the node value. So this is the node value that we are going to look for. And then the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to check that if head is equal to null, this means that our double linked list does not exist. So we are going to terminate our algorithm over here. Otherwise, we are going to continue visiting all nodes over here. So while we are visiting it, we will have if condition like this. So in which we are checking that if node value is equal to current node's value, then we are going to terminate our algorithm. Otherwise, we are going to continue until we reach the last node in our double linked list. So when we reach the last node and we couldn't find the node that we are looking for, we are going to print out to the console saying that the node does not exist in this double linked list over here. Now, as you can see, the algorithm is very similar with the traversal of the double linked list, but in this case, we have an extra if condition over here. So here, it might be that we don't have to visit all nodes of this double linked list. So we can come to the second node. So in the second node, if we find our value that we are looking for, we can stop over here based on this if condition. Now, based on this logic, let's see how this is working in practice. So we are going to implement our method in practice over here. So let's head over to Java. So here inside double linked list class, we are going to create another method which is responsible for searching a node in double linked list. Now here, the steps will be almost similar with the traversal of double linked list, but we will have an extra if condition over here. Now I'm going to create our method like this. So our method will return Boolean value. So that's why I'm putting public Boolean, and the name of method will be search node. So if the node that we are looking for exists in our double linked list, we are going to return true. Otherwise, we are going to return false. Now our method will take as a parameter integer value, node value. So this is the value that we are looking for. Now then the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to put if condition like this. So if head is not equal to null, this means that our double linked list exists, so we can continue to loop through the double linked list and check that if the node exists there or not. So the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to create temporary node which will hold the current node's value. So in this case, the current node will be the head node because we are starting from the first node. So in the head, we have the first node's value. So we are setting head to this temp node over here. Now then, based on the size of the double linked list, we are going to start loop through the all nodes of double linked list. So it's going to start from 0 and it will continue until I is less than size, and it will be increased by 1. Then we are going to write if condition over here. So if temp node's value is equal to the value that we are looking for, which will be the node value, then in this case we are going to print out to the console saying that the node found at location I. So in this case, the print message will be like this: system out print the node is found at location I. Then after finding the node, we are going to return true because we don't need to continue to traversal because we have already found our node over here. Now then outside this if condition, if we cannot find the node that we are looking for, so we need to continue to the next node. So that's why I'm going to set temp node to temp node.next over here, because each time we are going to continue to the next node. So at the end, if we cannot find the node that we are looking for, so outside of this if condition, I'm going to print out saying that the node not found. So it's going to be like this: system out print, so node not found. Now then we are going to return false if we cannot find the node in our double linked list. Now with this, we have completed our method. So basically what we are doing over here is we are visiting each node of double linked list and checking that if this is the value that we are looking for or not. Now when we find the value, we are printing out to the console the location of that value in our double linked list. Now let's see how this is working in practice. Now here we have created our double linked list like this, and we have inserted some values to it. Now after traversal method, I'm going to call search method, search node. For example, if we search for 4, we know that 4 exists in our double linked list. So if we just run our code, you will see that it says that the node is found at location 3. So this means that 4 is located at the index of 3 over here. So at the index of 0 we have 2, then at the index of 1 we have 3, at the index of 2 we have 1, and at the index of 3 we have 4. Now for example, if I put a value over here which does not exist in our double linked list and run our code, you will see that in this case it's going to print out to the console saying that the node not found. So as you see, our method works the way that we want. So everything has been successfully implemented over here. Now let's see what's the time and space complexity for this method. So as we did before, we are going to start from the first line of this method. So in the first line we have if condition in which we are checking if head is equal to null or not. So this means that this will take a one-time complexity. Then in the next line of code, we are creating temporary node and assigning head value to it, and this one also will take a one-time complexity. Then in the next line of code, we are visiting through the all nodes of the double linked list using this loop over here. Now in the worst case, if the node is located at the end of double linked list, we have to visit all nodes of double linked list. So this means that it will take O(n) time complexity. Now inside this loop over here, we have if condition in which we are checking that temp value is equal to node value. So this will take a one-time complexity. So if it is equal to node value, it means that we are going to print out to the console this message. So this message will take a one-time complexity, and the return statement over here also takes a one-time complexity. Now then outside this if condition, we are setting temp node to temp node's next preference. This means that we are visiting the next node each type, so this will take a one-time complexity. Now at the end, if we cannot find our node, we are printing out to the console the node not found. So this one also will take a one-time complexity, and the returning of false also take a one-time complexity. Now if we combine all these complexities over here, we get O(n) time complexity, because O(n) is dominant term over here, so all other complexities will be eliminated. Now the space complexity is O1 because in this case, as I mentioned before, an additional memory is not required to perform this operation over here. Now with this, we have come to the end of this lecture. So in this lecture, we have discussed how can we search a node in a double linked list. So here, basically the logic is very simple. All we have to do, we have to visit all nodes of double linked list and check that if this is the node that we are looking for or not. So if it is, we are printing out location of that node. If we cannot find it, we are printing out to the console that node not found. Now, hopefully everything is clear about this lecture over here. So see you in the next lecture.